going on, guys? Brian with Buffalo Beer Reviews. Back with something I haven't had really on the channel to date, and that's a Brut style IPA. And I think what better line than the Rinse Repeat line from Westbrook. Westbrook out of South Carolina. It's a 7% ABV Brut IPA, brewed with the Galaxy hop. Seems to be a really popular sort of thing. You know, I just had Community Beer Works with their Singularity Galaxy. It's Galaxy this, it's Galaxy that. That's just the way my refrigerator has been stocked as of late. Lots of Galaxy sort of stuff being released and out for sale. So I will tell you what, I got this as a one-off can at Consumers in their single can sort of refrigerator end, and I was wholly blown away by it. I actually went back and I bought another can of it, but since then I have seen it in Premier Gourmet and 4-packs, kind of back by where they fill the growlers up. That's kind of like the end of the aisle there. There's a lot of Westbrook beers there. I've seen it there, so I know it's out and about. I did just see a Citra Brut sort of variation on Untapped. Maybe that's something to keep an eye out for in the future. So I want to get this onto video before it kind of got you know, old and not as prime as it should be. So let's take a look at this thing. I was wholly impressed by it, and I think you guys will be too. Again, this is the Rinse Repeat line from Westbrook, and it's their Galaxy Brut IPA. Very aromatic from a couple of feet away, but look at this. This is as, man, faded and pale, milky yellow as you're gonna get. Hazy as the day is long. Really well carbonated. I don't know if that plays across, but especially in the sunlight out here, you can see all the nice carbonation on the glass. Really uber white head, and you get all sorts of these really soft citrus notes. And this is a soft orange, like a creamsicle orange. Do you know what I mean? Wow. Light bits of greenery here. I don't believe this is a smash sort of application here. Shower tested and approved. I love that. But yeah, this is awesome. Untapped Brut IPA, hopped with Galaxy, juicy, aromatic, and bone dry. Yeah. It's got that, you know, I know it's dry because it's a Brut sort of process, but it's got this really uber sort of almost dry hopped to within an inch of its life sort of characteristics to it. Do you know what I mean? But it's kind of, it really is. It's like a sun faded pale yellow. It's like this sun faded and sort of washed out sort of aromas too. So it's kind of hard to get a good nose on what's coming out of this because of the dryness. Does that make any sense? Anyway, let's see how this thing tastes though, really. Whew. Yeah, it has this great sort of drinking sensation. So you get this wonderful IPA experience, you get this wonderful citrus experience, and then you get this really short-lived kind of flavor sensation. You get it all in there. Aroma, it's up in your sinuses, it's on your tongue, and then the tide recedes and it just goes away quickly. Man. And I feel as though every single time you drink something like this, it's like your palate is reset and ready for the next round. Do you know what I mean? You do get a lot more delicate sort of grapefruit rind sort of flavors that you can kind of pick out. It's really nice. It's the subtleties are easy to kind of pick apart in a beer like this because it's dry. It's not nothing's overpowered with anything else. Like I just had that drawn and quartered by the Nightmare Brewing Company. Uber sweet, and it's hard to pick out the delicacies of those, you know, quadruple dry hops. Here, on the other hand, everything seems to be enjoyable, and you can take your time and you can kind of pick out each sip, like what you want to look for in the beer. I'd say lightly sweet, if there's any sort of sweetness, and that leads into this cool green, just barely ripe sort of orange and grapefruit flavors. It is wholly bright, and it's wholly light and bright and Florida through and through, and good. Man, oh man. I think the Brutness might kind of trick your mind into thinking this might be a little on the thin side, but it's right down the middle of the road, medium-bodied beer. But I do think that the 7% is really well concealed in this beer, and it's so easy to drink that I think this is bordering, you know, the dangerous sort of territory. Man, oh man. I've been a fan of the Rinse Repeat line for a long time. They've got like the blue can, the purple can, the light yellow can, they've got the green can, all with different sort of hop varieties going on through it. There's a Nelson, there's a Citra Amarillo sort of vibe. They all do a really good job of kind of representing different styles in the IPA line. And this is no different. This is really a great representation of a nice little Galaxy Brut. And like I said, I don't usually have this style beer on the channel, so I was really excited. I want to get it on here before it sat in the refrigerator any longer and lost any of its nuances and stuff like that. Probably not going to be the last Brut I have on the channel, because Collective Arts IPA number 9 should be coming out soon, and that's also a Brut style IPA. So, you know, in keeping with the past videos I've had on the channel, I have to have number 9 on. Just, you know, might happen to be Brut and a Brut, you know, in short amount of times. So, aftertaste. It almost is non-existent, short-lived, curt, dry, almost like, you know, you're waking up after a night of good drinking and you've got the cotton mouth, almost there, but not to that extent. But you guys get it. There's like a sweet sort of coating, but it doesn't last very long. Aftertaste, like I just said, the 7%'s real easy to drink. Man, yes, this is not going to be a hard beer to finish. And like I said, if you, you know, if you think that this is right up your alley, there are the consumer beverages. I got the first one in Lockport, and I got the second one in Transit near Klein, and they were in their single can sort of refrigerator, and I've seen them at Premier Gourmet, ready to go. So wholly enjoyable. I've already suggested it to a couple of my friends, and they agree with me on its enjoyability. So that's it for me, guys. I know it's not a Buffalo beer, but it's also something that's readily available around town. You're going to see it out and about. And I figured, what the hell, I'm going to show it to you guys in case you want to buy it, or you're curious about it, or whatnot. So I really appreciate the watches and the clicks and all the great comments. And I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers.